Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays. Got some great movies to show you today, but before we do that, if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when I release a new video. And let's get right to the videos. I chose some movies today that were very action-oriented, suspenseful, great cast, great directors involved. And let's get right to it with The French Connection 1 and 2 on this disc. French Connection came out. It's legendary, has legendary car chases. Gene Hackman, one of his best movies Gene Hackman's ever made. It's got Roy Scheider in it. Great movie. It was nominated for all kinds of Oscars back in, I believe, 72, 73, somewhere in there. And this also has French Connection 2, which, you know, sees the return of Gene Hackman, but John Frankenheimer takes over for director William Friedkin, who would leave and make a little movie called The Exorcist after that. So he was busy doing that. John Frankenheimer takes over, which is one of my favorite directors, John Frankenheimer. Just with a name like Frankenheimer, I mean, bound to be doing something good with a name like that. But seriously, he's really cool. This is a great release. It's got both movies on this, 2 discs. It's got all the bells and whistles. Great release. This is a UK edition of this Blu-ray where you get both of them. So there you go. If you haven't seen French Connection, check it out. And this release I would recommend to get because you get both of them. Both of them are great movies. Of course, the first one is classic, awesome. French Connection. Next up, we got a little movie called The Satan Bug. Now, this came out in 1965, and it was a movie. Basically, there's a lab out in the middle of nowhere in the desert, and they're developing all these crazy strains of diseases and stuff that they could use possibly in germ warfare. Now this is the this is the middle of the late 60s, and so this is kind of a Cold War movie. So they're basically developing stuff to possibly fight the Russians with. Well, anyways, some people steal some of the special, you know, deadly viruses and stuff out of the lab, and it's basically a race to get the viruses back and contained before they get released and kill everyone in the whole country. So it's a great movie. It stars Dana Andrews, Anne Francis, Richard Basehart, which, you know, he's a very good, kind of a not so famous, not so known actor, but he's great. He's been in a ton of stuff. It's directed by John Sturges, who made The Magnificent Seven, The Great Escape. Love John Sturges. Jerry Goldsmith, music by, really good movie. This movie was on my radar for many years. It was called The Satan Bug. At first, I thought maybe it was a horror movie. Then, you know, something else. Finally got it some years ago, and this is a great release from Kino. That's super sharp picture and sound. Highly recommend this. It's got a audio commentary from Glenn Erickson. So it kind of what's going on now with laboratories and viruses released, and so it hits home. It's very tense, and I guess it could be called a horror movie, but highly recommend The Satan Bug. Next up, we have a movie from MGM in 1968. It's called Ice Station Zebra. This is a great late night movie. I would always seem to be on at like 1 o'clock in the morning movie, and I would watch it. It's a sub movie. Rock Hudson, Ernest Borgnine, Let's see who else is in here. Patrick McGowan and Jim Brown stars in this. And this is a movie, I always forget the director. Oh yeah, John Sturges. John Sturges directed this. It's a great movie. Super, super good movie. Filmed in Super Panavision, which was a 70 millimeter film. Super widescreen. The picture on this disc is beautiful, sharp, super sharp. I was so impressed when I first got this and seeing how sharp it is. I always watch this because it's just got a great picture, especially now with HDR TVs and 4K TVs. Put it on, turn it on, it's magnificent, super cool. It's got a lot of good shots of like huge radar dishes, shots of the sub going up and down. It's got some great camera work on there, so I really recommend this. The writer was Alistair MacLean. It's based on his book. It's basically a book of secrets and spies and sabotage. So, highly recommend Ice Station Zebra, which the name basically tells you all you need to know. It's a remote ice station out in Antarctica where they're having to come and find out what's happened to the people at the base after they can't get a hold of them. They got some secret film that landed of the Russians from a down satellite, so they're trying to race, get the film, and get out of there and rescue the people before the Russians get a hold of it. So it's a great movie. Rock Hudson's really good in this movie. Ernest Borgnine plays a Russian. Great movie. I just can't emphasize how good it looks. So, Ice Station Zebra. Whew. Okay. Next up, we got another movie directed by John Frankenheimer. This is called The Challenge. Now, this came out in 1982. Stars Toshiro Mifune. It's got Scott Glenn. Music by Jerry Goldsmith. And from a script by John Sayles, who would go on to be a director, a great director in his own right, and writer. So it's great. It's got a great script, great director. Toshiro Mifune basically training Scott Glenn as a samurai. It's a super movie, super good movie. Saw it when I was a kid. There was a phase I was going through where I loved all ninja stuff and samurai stuff. I was a ninja for Halloween, and really loved ninja type movies back then. So even though it's a samurai movie, when I was a kid, I called it a ninja movie. I don't know. This is great. Another good release from Kino, Blu-ray. You got to get it. The Challenge. Highly recommended. Whew. Need some water after this episode, guys. There is so much cool stuff in here that this episode is just, wow. So much good stuff. The Challenge, Ice Station Zebra, Satan Bug, French Connection 1 and 2, all on Blu-ray. John Frankenheimer, John Sturges, Submarines, Rock Hudson, Ernest Borgnine's a Russian. Gotta get these movies. Check them out. Highly recommend them. And that about wraps it up, guys. So hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified first when I drop a new video. Thumbs up or thumbs down. And give me some comments. That's what the comments are for. What was your favorite ninja movie from the 80s and stuff? What's your favorite Cold War movie? But I can't recommend Ice Station Zebra enough. And the Satan Bug. They're just great. They got great stuff going on for them. John Sturges directed both of these. These are some of his movies from the 60s that doesn't get as much claim, you know, because he did The Magnificent Seven, he did The Great Escape, So yeah, it did a lot of good movies in the 60s. So there you go, guys. So so next time, y'all be good to each other, be cool, be safe, watch good movies, and I'll see you next time for Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays and off the shelf, my collection. Later.